Ooh, I'm looking rough.
Alright there, ladies and gentlemen, many new subscribers, thanks for popping over. I hope you enjoy it. A variety of topics. I've had to put my major sunnies on to cope with the ugly glare of a feminist propaganda piece. What's amazing about this, I haven't watched it yet, but we know what it's going to be like. The title of it, which is probably just out of shot for you now, is this: NYC teacher inspires her high school students to understand and promote feminism. What if you understood it to be the divisive, ugly, vile, dangerous, destructive thing that it usually is, and then promote it? What if you understand it to be full of negativity and dangerous for a society, makes people unhappy, makes people depressed, has had a terrible effect on men and women for decades now, and to promote it? It makes no sense. So let's have a look at it.
Feminism should not be put on a different level. It should have just as much importance as the rest of the fights for justice.
Almost as if someone told you to say that.
Ever since I was about 9 years old, I've been catcalled and street harassed.
So what? And how has that affected your life? I can't help but think the most it has ever done is caused you to repeat the story now. This is it. This is the effect of that.
Miss, yo, I'm talking to you.
One time
Miss, I'm talking to you. Oh, how did you ever cope? Are you all right? Do you need looking after? Do you need some counselling? Did someone say I'm talking to you? What are you?
really remembers I was with my sister and there was this probably 25-year-old guy sitting on a bike and he just kept looking at me and I felt so powerless, obviously.
Hang on, so there was a man on a bike who kept looking at you. I mean, awful. How did you cope? Was there a policeman local? Did he shoot him? And you felt powerless. Let me tell you something, sister. That's because you were powerless. Because you don't get to decide who looks at you. You don't get to decide that. What do you want all men to lower their gaze? Should they lower their gaze in awe of the women's? Oh no, there's some ladies. Drop your gaze, lads. Drop your gaze, lads. No, don't look at them because you make them feel powerless. Oh, the poor little things. Come on.
Living in New York City, catcalling is something that I face nearly every single day.
So what? Men are naturally attracted to women. They're attracted to breed with them. They like them. They like the look of them. It provokes a response in them. But you don't want that. You don't like that. You want to control it. You want the law to get involved. You want morality to get involved. You fucking evil men. How dare you like me? I mean, I will like one of you and some of you occasionally, but I want to decide. So drop your gaze, shut your mouth, I'll choose. This is all about me and my power. Fuck you. You need to go to prison. I didn't select you. Punish that man.
It's always the same. Well, what were you wearing? Never ask a woman that.
No, definitely ask a woman that, because if a woman's walking down the road in a sleeping bag with a balaclava on, less men are going to respond to her if she's walking down the road with a pair of high heels that sticks her arse in the air, makeup which engages with a system of codes that has gone on for centuries to tell the man a certain communication is occurring. No, definitely ask that. Or pretend it's not going on. Oh no, I wear makeup for me. Oh no, I wear my short skirts for me. Well, you might think that's what you're doing, but it's an absolutely huge misunderstanding of the non-verbal clues and codes of society. Don't be stupid, be clever, understand the world. Don't just expect it to fit what your feminist tutor's telling you.
My name is Ileana Jimenez, and I'm a feminist teacher at Elizabeth Irwin High School. For my own...
Yeah, and here's the problem. An angry, bitter old harridan.
own purposes as a queer woman of color in the...
I'm sorry, I thought, what has this got to do with anything? What? This is what's disgusting about these people. This is all about my lived experience. Me. The self-importance, self-aggrandizing. Who gives a shit? Talk about feminism. Oh no, you want to talk about yourself again.
In the classroom, all these things inform who I am.
So, hang on, who's talking about what you are?
And I can't separate that out when I walk into the classroom.
Well, that's very unprofessional of you, and probably somewhere where we should start looking when we're trying to work out what the fucking problem is here.
2 of my closest friends tease me regularly for being in a feminism class.
Yeah, and you look like you're laughing at it because you know it's funny. They're your friends. There's a reason they're your friends. I know Aristotle said they're just the people that got there first, but they care about you, they're interested in you. Perhaps listen to them.
Everyone should consider themselves a feminist, because if you're not a feminist, you just don't understand what feminism really is.
Yeah, just listen and believe. If you're not a feminist, you're not clever. You're not clever enough to understand it. If you dare criticize it, it's because you don't know what it is. Because if you did know what it is, you'd know it was this perfect shining beacon of correct thought, of right think. And if you dare think anything else, you just can't see it for what it is. Yeah, I reckon that's the truth. Sure.
What most people don't understand about feminism is that it's not like an attack on men.
Yeah. Why do you have to keep saying that? Why do I hear this a lot? I wonder why.
It's just like this fight for fairness and equality, which is something that everyone should have.
When I'm not in school, usually I'm doing school sports, soccer, basketball, or
Gay!
I'm in the play.
If you've ever been oppressed or
Oppressed. Living in New York, at school learning about feminism. Tell me about your oppression.
you've ever been discriminated against because of something you identify with or something you identify as, then you should definitely look into feminism.
And there you go. And there's the intersectional bit. Feminism, as an absolutely failing narrative, through intersectionality, has hijacked everything. Has hijacked, race issues, has hijacked disabled issues, fat issues. Just come on, if we all club together, we'll have some relevance here. Please, just join us. Join us.
Ask 1,000 different feminists what their definition of
There aren't 1,000 feminists left.
feminism is, you'll get 1,000 different answers.
Yeah. Yes, you will. Yeah. Oh. Kid and play.
I am a feminist, and the class is making me a better person. It's making.
Ooh, it isn't. It's telling you that it is. You're not being critical of the teaching. Any subject which isn't critical of itself is in trouble.
Making me an ally, and it's making me more conscious of the things that I say and do.
Yeah, you look a little bit broken. Soy.
They're really personal stories where they're just putting themselves out there, and the purpose of the class, the mission of the class, to give them an answer.
What makes Ileana
Yeah, and I wonder whether that answer is feminism.
This teaching style unique is that she makes everything personal, so
There you go. Her teaching style is she makes everything personal. That's not a teaching style. That's an obsession.
it's easy to relate to things that we talk about in class.
But her, it's really, she comes to you and she could not be more interested and devoted to what she's doing. Like, beyond being a teacher, she is a feminist. And she's
Yeah. She's the word you're looking for is activist. And the problem with her being an activist is it compromises her ability to be a teacher because she's got an agenda. Do you understand? You're being brainwashed.
She's just trying to, like, really share these messages she couldn't care more about.
It's a class where you can speak your mind and you won't get judged for it by anyone
Yeah, as long as your mind is her mind.
else.
Now, after taking this class, I feel a lot of confidence with saying something back to the people.
This is what it means to be a feminist, which is that you're going to encounter obstacles. You're going to encounter these moments where you have to actually stand up for what you believe in.
I believe that the key ingredient to being a good feminist is
Soy.
love.
I mean, ask around the internet. What do you think? What ingredients go in to make the feminist cake? And see how many people think that love is one of them. Yeah.
I see young people saying, I took this class, now I'm going to do something. It could be as simple as creating a bulletin board or stop
spreading the word, spread the message, get on board, be an activist, don't criticize feminism, because if you do, you just don't understand it, idiot.
stopping yourself from being a bystander and actually intervening.
I like to think that in a given situation, in a very serious situation, I wouldn't be a bystander. Not a lot of men are violent, but most men are silent.
Oh, are they your words? Did you come up with that nice little rhyme? Or was it someone else? Did someone else tell you that?
Both the academic piece and the activist issue piece.
Oh, and there you go. So part of the course is being an activist. But what if they don't agree with you? What if they are, dare I say it, anti-feminist? Do you encourage them to be active in their anti-feminism? Do you encourage them to bring speakers to the university who question feminism? Or would you get the rest of the people to protest and put pressure on the university to keep those Nazis away? I wonder.
Pieces need to be a part of schools. And I think if we did that, K through 12, I think we would live in a very different world.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, hashtag me fucking too. Shocking.
Now we're going to ask the ladies to help us do the next tune.